Hey, hey, I'm just gonna go. I'm doing another work session. I'm doing a Sunday work session today. Got my laptop. Bex, I hope you're not doing some house exploration stuff. Got my coffee. Hello. Oh, how sweet. Thank you. That's nice. That makes me feel happy. Thank you very much, Bex. Yeah, I've been doing faceless streams over the past couple of days, and today I was like, you know what? Let me do a face stream working. So what I like to do on Sundays is I like to plan out my articles for the week. So I'll plan them out and also do some scheduling as well. That is one way to stay completely focused and consistent when it comes to producing content, whether it be video content or written content, is to just schedule out. Sunday, 5:36 p.m. Gulf Standard Time. And I'm sitting here. I'm going to schedule out in this live. I'm going to schedule out because I'm supposed to be posting 2 articles a day. So I'm going to schedule out about 4 days of content, which means 8 articles. So let's go. You know, Sundays are not, for me, they're not heavy work days. I normally take a break. That's why I'm working from 5:30 because I usually take a break on Sundays. And so all I do is just copy and paste. That's all I'm doing, really, copying and pasting. If you're new to my page, you might not know that I am a digital entrepreneur. I create written content for clients and for myself. So I've got a few blogs, and I'm also a software developer. And I sell digital products. And I mentor people who want to build digital product businesses as well. And so today's just going to be a chill vibe. I'm not going to be doing anything intense, and I'm not going to be talking about anything intense. If you have any questions about building a digital product business, then you can definitely ask me the questions and I will reply to whatever questions you have relating to building a digital product business, relating to mindset when it comes to building a digital product business or any kind of business. Mindset is really important. So I talk about that a lot on this channel as well. Mindset and the strategies that are required to build a digital product business from 0 to 10K a month and more. Because often people think that building a digital product business or any kind of business just requires grinding and hard work. But actually, your mindset plays a massive role as well. Your mindset plays a huge role in how successful you will be as a business owner, digital business owner, or just any business owner. Your mindset plays a massive role. So if you believe you can do it, you're going to do it. But if you constantly live in victim mode, or you think that things are not going to work out for you and you're always complaining, or you think that it's someone's job to come and save you, you're not going to see any results. Trust and do believe. You will not see any results. So, what am I doing? What is this? Wow. So today I'm not going to do much typing, it's just going to be a lot of copy and paste. But I'll be doing a little bit of chatting as well, just chatting about success and building businesses and mindset and encouraging people. So if you are someone who has been struggling financially, trying to build a business, and you haven't seen any breakthroughs, I want to encourage you to keep going, to keep pushing through, and to start to believe that things actually work out for you. To start to believe that you don't have to struggle to make money. And I think people equate making money to struggling and being stressed out all the time. You don't actually need to be stressed out all the time. You know, I like to throw on some instrumentals, some jazz music in my earpods, and just work. And work in relaxed mode, not always feeling anxious that if you don't immediately see results that you've failed. What's the title of this? You know, and another thing, failure is feedback. People think, or you might think, that failure, when it comes to business, or building a digital business or anything like that, that failure is the end of the world. Actually, it's feedback, it's data. It tells you what you shouldn't, maybe what you shouldn't do next. And it will steer you in a different direction. So I always say fail fast. Try and fail and try again. Try and fail and try again. I want to show you this beautiful, this absolutely stunning Pinterest image that I made this morning for my Pinterest page for one of my pages, which is called Digital Abundance. I created a Pinterest post, and look at it, absolutely beautiful. This one is how to shift your identity to start making $10,000 a month. And I made an article about it, this topic, and so I created a Pinterest post. I've only just started working on Pinterest for this particular page. Actually, let me show you. I'll show you in a minute, because right now I need to get a subtitle up for the article that I'm writing. So yeah, if you have any questions about building a digital product business, you can always leave them in the chat and I will answer. If you have any questions about success, about how to overcome overthinking when it comes to building a business, leave questions in the comment or in the chat. Because, you know, I've failed many businesses. I've tried and I've failed, I've tried and I've failed. I've built successful ones, and I've built businesses that have been successful, and I've hated the business and realised it wasn't for me and moved on. Right now, I'm really focusing on digital products, and it has been amazing. Digital products and digital services, as well as, I'm trying not to say when I talk, because it's not the best thing for communication. It's been amazing building digital product businesses, and it's taught me a lot building digital product businesses. It's taught me a lot working with clients. It's taught me a lot working on my own, as in building blogs and things like that. And I always take a lesson from every failure. I don't see failure as being the be all and end all. So you didn't achieve a certain thing, so it means that it's over. Often it just signifies that you need to pivot and go in a different direction. It might not mean completely start again. It might just mean to tweak a few things here and there. I'm going to give you an example of that actually. I'm going to tell you a little story about when I first started my digital product business. And I was really heavily invested in producing content about vegan lifestyle, food, and, you know, recipe books and stuff like that. And as much as I like creating content about that, I discovered that it wasn't the thing that I needed to do at that time to make money. Because at that time I wanted to make money, but I also wanted to make money from something that I enjoyed doing. I enjoyed talking about food and all of that, but I noticed that it was a slow burn when it came to making money. It was too slow, actually. And so I had to go in a different direction. Hi, what's your name? Rohit. Where are you from? Why are you saying say my name like that? Where are you from? So anyway, let me continue the story. So I decided to go in a different direction because I'd written an article about blogging, and it was about how to start making $4,000 a month from your blog. And this article blew up. It was, I would say it went semi-viral. Like, I think I had about 40,000 likes on that particular article on Medium, and it blew up completely. And I was like, let me go through the comments. And I went through a lot of comments, and I noticed people asking the same question over and over and over again. And I was like, you know what, let me create a more detailed breakdown of how you can build your blog up to $4,000 a month. And I created an ebook about that, and the ebook started selling on the day that I published it. But the previous ebook that I put out was a recipe book, and it was just like really slow sales. I wasn't really seeing many sales for a while. I wasn't seeing any sales, many sales. And I decided to just convert that particular YouTube channel into a make money online YouTube channel. It's not this channel, it was a different one. That one I was doing a lot of vlogging. I was doing a lot of content about general making money online, not just digital products. And I converted everything over. So I didn't see that whole failure as being the end of the line. I just decided, okay, do you know what? Let me just pivot and start creating content about making money online instead, especially blogging specifically. That e-guide made me my first 10K from digital products. So, and I'm not going to say it happened overnight in a couple of weeks. It took a bit of time, but I made my first 10K from digital products with that particular e-guide. And that was because I didn't just quit. I decided to pivot into another topic, another niche, and it was the right decision. So you shouldn't give up when you notice that things aren't working out. Sometimes it's not even about moving into a different type of business. Sometimes it's just about maybe changing the topic or doing the same thing but selling something else. So like drop shipping, for example, people start drop shipping and they're like, it doesn't work. Maybe it's the product that you're selling, not necessarily the actual act of drop shipping. It might be the product that you're selling. And so you just need to change the product. And even the packaging, the branding and all of that, that can also be an issue. So I continuously build digital product businesses, and so I will create one, I'll build it up to a certain level, and then I'll outsource everything to someone else to do, the written content, the marketing, I'll add paid ads, I'll do all of that, and I'll push it aside. And then I will start on another one, not necessarily a completely different niche, sometimes it's just a different angle. So right now I'm building Digital Abundance page. it's not a completely different niche. It's still about making money online and manifestation, but it's just a different angle. So I'm building that now. I'm going to show you the page actually. I'll show you the PayHip page. I've got 3 products on there at the moment, and I'm going to put one more on there. So I'll have 4 products. But right now, the pillar product on that page is my Digital Abundance Challenge, 33 Digital Abundance Challenge, which is something that I'm doing now. I'm personally doing a 33 Digital Abundance Challenge. On this channel, I'm doing 2 challenges. I'm doing a 30-day live stream challenge, which is every single day, every single day streaming for 30 days. And today's day 5, and I stream twice a day, and today's day 5. And I'm on day 13 of my 33 Abundance Challenge, which is posting daily on here and posting daily on any written platform, whether it be my blog, Medium, or Vocal Media, and doing affirmations 3 times a day. So that's the Digital Abundance Challenge that I'm doing, 33 days of that. And I'm currently on day 13. I'm going to read a bit of the article that I wrote in a minute, because I think it's quite an interesting article. The topic is belief, expectation and performance in digital products, self-efficacy, perception and output quality. That's what the article is about, and I'm publishing it on Vocal Media. I don't know if you know what Vocal Media is, but this is what it is. It's a platform that you write content on. So I'm publishing it on there. The thing I hate about Vocal Media is that it doesn't have an option for scheduling content. It's really annoying, actually. I don't know why they haven't added it. If I was one of the team members on Vocal Media, I would mention this and say they must add it. Because even on YouTube, they have a scheduling option. On medium.com, they have one as well. So I'm just, for this, I didn't have to write the article because it was already written. So I'm just doing all of the tweaks to the article, and then I will publish it. And I'll show you what it looks like actually when you publish articles on Vocal Media. So when I'm building a digital product business, this is what I do. I do 33 days of posting every single day, and I post on 2 platforms. I usually do 1 video platform and 1 written content platform. At the moment, I'm actually posting across several written content platforms. So I'm doing Medium, Vocal Media and my blog all at the same time. So each day I post on different pages. And in terms of sharing the content, I share it on Pinterest, Many Stories and Flipboard. I'm going to show you what those platforms look like. I'm sure you know Pinterest already. I mean, Pinterest is popular, but Many Stories is not a popular platform at all. Like, a lot of people don't know what it is, but it's really cool. So if you have a blog, Many Stories is really cool to share your content on. Hey Sherry, how are you? Where are you from? What does this mean? What does that mean, that emoji? So my process when I publish an article is I immediately share it on Many Stories, I immediately share it on Pinterest, and I immediately share it on Flipboard. Those are the 3 places I immediately share it on, and sometimes I'll share it on my YouTube community wall as well as sharing it in my digital product marketing circle, which I have. So yeah. One of these days I will do, I will create a video that shows you how to publish content on some of these platforms that I publish on. think I'm going to show you the image that I use, because I created this image today that I absolutely love. Where is the image? It's like I can't find it. Yeah, I created this image today and I absolutely love the image. It's so nice. I created this image today and I'm using this for my article. It's so dreamy. No, don't. So another thing I do to get more views on my articles is I will include a link to one of the articles that I've already written in an article that I'm about to publish. And so that helps people to sort of navigate my content easier, because if the article topic is the same, then I'll just link the two. I think after I've done this piece, after I've done this live, I think I'm going to do an audio piece called 10 Ways to Rewire Your Brain for Prosperity or something like that, because I'm really interested in neuroscience and how, the combination of or connecting neuroscience with manifestation. People think that manifestation is some kind of weird woo-woo thing, but actually there's some neuroscience behind it. There's actual science behind manifestation. This whole channel is not about manifestation. I do have a channel that is just about that, but I combine strategy with manifestation and neuroscience. I combine them to teach people how to build massive digital product businesses. I just need to add. So today I'm just really sort of on a chill vibe, just scheduling out content and putting some of the content in drafts, articles. I'm talking about articles specifically in drafts for the week, because I don't like to start the week on a kind of, I don't like to start the week in fight or flight mode, if you understand what I mean, where I'm like, right, I've got all this work to do. I like to start the week knowing that I have a lot of things already in place. And so all I need to do is go in, click publish on some that are not scheduled, maybe add some images on some that are not scheduled, and then I know that I can focus on my challenge. Because I'm doing this challenge, I'm doing the lives every day for 30 days. So I've got 25 days left for this channel and also the other channel. But I also have other work to do. I have client work to do. Digital product business is just one of the things that I do. And then I have lots of work to do for clients. And so I'm not always having the time to do all my personal stuff. The digital product business is more like a personal business that I've built. And then I have my other business, which is client-based, and I'm working with team and all of that for that. Let me see how this works. I'm going to show you in a second what it looks like when it's published, the articles, and then I'm going to show you the different platforms that I share my content on as well. Vocal Media is not a very popular platform. People don't know what it is. A lot of people don't know what it is, or have never heard of it. Building a digital product business or any type of online business, it requires patience, time, and the right mindset. One thing I'm going to say though is this: if you keep saying to yourself that it's extremely difficult to build a digital business, it's extremely hard to do this and extremely hard to do that, if you keep saying that, it will be hard. But if you keep affirming to yourself over and over and over and over again that this is easy, eventually it will start to become easy. And eventually you will start to see money coming in from your business easily, with ease. You won't need to put in so much effort, because eventually it starts to feel normal, because you've actually been doing the same thing every day. So it starts to feel normal. Eventually it begins to feel easy, because in the beginning it's really hard. There's a lot of friction when it comes to, okay, right, I need to create content every day, I need to publish every day, I need to do this every day. And when I say this, I'm not talking about doing a million things at once. No, I'm talking about listing one or two things that you do every day and doing those things every day with no compromise, non-negotiable. After about 30 days of doing the same thing every single day, your body starts to get used to it, your mind starts to get used to it, you start to get used to it. And so it starts to feel so normal to you that when you don't do it, it feels like something is missing. And so what you need to do next after that is you need to up your game. You need to add something else to it, because it starts to feel too easy. And this is the reason why I've added these lives to my content mix, because written content, I can do it with my eyes closed. And I can post 100 articles in a month without even blinking, because I'm so used to doing it. So when I started to do these video challenges, it actually feels harder for me, because I wasn't doing video challenges before. You know, I would post, stop, you know, not post for weeks or months and then go back to it, because I wasn't really used to it. And so that's the reason why I like to do challenges, because with these challenges, what happens is you rewire your brain to believe that you are this person. So if you're wanting to be a content creator or whatever it is, you have to do a challenge. You have to challenge yourself to post. It doesn't have to be daily, but I personally recommend daily, because when you do the daily and you do it for 30 days, you rewire your brain much faster. By the end of that 30 days, you might take a 1 or 2 day break, but you're going to feel like you have to get back into it, because you start to feel like this is part of your identity. And this is where the whole identity shifting thing comes in, because you shift your identity to that thing. Oh, I'm a content creator, I'm a writer, I'm a digital business owner. And so when you're not doing that thing, it doesn't feel right. And so that's how you build that consistency, because you have shifted into the identity of being that person who does that thing. I hope you understand what I mean. I mean, actually, this article that I wrote is called The Identity Shift from Struggling to Freelancer to Abundant Creator. And the subtitle is letting go of scarcity thinking and building a creative life rooted in trust, consistency, and value. Let me see if I can read a bit of the article. I'm going to read a bit of the article, because I feel like this might help someone. So there was a phase in my work where I technically had momentum. Projects were coming in, skills were improving, yet I still approached every opportunity with tension. I underpriced, over-delivered, and hesitated to make decisions that required. By the way, I'm reading a section of an article that I wrote about identity shifting from struggling freelancer to abundant creator. I wrote this article and published it on a platform called Vocal Media. So I'm just reading it out. What stood out was not the workload, it was the mindset underneath. I was still operating as someone trying to prove value rather than someone managing value. The shift happened gradually. I stopped asking what I needed to do to earn more and started asking how an abundant creator would structure their day, boundaries, and decisions. The work did not change overnight, my relationship with it did. That shift is psychological before it's financial. So I want to just talk about, this is, like I said, this is an article that I wrote about identity shifting from struggling freelancer to abundant creator. What defines a struggling freelancer identity? The struggling freelancer identity is shaped by uncertainty and external validation. Common patterns include saying yes out of fear rather than alignment, pricing based on insecurity rather than value, treating income as unpredictable, and fragile, overworking to compensate for doubt. These behaviours are not flaws, they are adaptive responses to instability. The brain prioritises safety even if that safety limits growth. What an abundant creator identity looks like. An abundant creator does not rely on constant motivation or reassurance. Their identity supports consistency and clarity. This identity is characterized by clear boundaries around time and energy, pricing decisions made without apology, and viewing income as a result of systems rather than luck, tolerating uncertainty without panic. And abundance here is not excess, it's stability, self-trust, and repeatability. If I remember, I'll leave the link for this article in the description of this live. How many minutes have I done so far? 31 minutes. I might leave this live here. But next week, I'm really thinking about doing a long stream, maybe a 4-hour stream or something like that, but I haven't got to that stage yet. It's Sunday, so I might just log off. But we'll see. Let me see. I've got a couple of things I've still got a few things that I want to do. Hi. Now, there was another lady from South Africa actually yesterday. I'm in the UAE. Where in South Africa are you from? I've got friends and family in South Africa. I'm going to be logging out this stream now because I want to focus, and it's been 42 minutes, so I'm going to log out the stream now. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate anyone who's chimed in. Did you say your job is much challenging? Yeah, it's I love it though. I love it. I love writing. I love doing everything. It's amazing. If you're someone who wants to make a bit of extra money and you want to work from home, you can sign up to my membership, my Remote Tasks Club. It's in the bio up there. It's called Remote Tasks Club, and it's a 1-year membership. You gain access to training, to a Discord group, and to paid tasks. So if there's anyone who wants to sign up to that one, then you can sign up in the link in bio. And I'm going to be on stream later on at around 8:30, 9 p.m. Gulf Standard Time if you want to jump on again. I'm most likely going to be doing more of a conversation piece relating to neuroscience and making money and stuff like that. Also, at 10 p.m. Gulf Standard Time, I'm going to be on my other channel, which is Manifest Everything Always, and I'm going to be doing money manifestation prayers and affirmations on that channel. So if you are interested in that, then you can jump over there. It's called Manifest Everything Always. It'll be 10 p.m. Gulf Standard Time. If you're watching this and the stream is already ended, then I will be doing those streams every single day over on Manifest Everything Always. Like I said, you want to make some extra money, and you don't want to be searching online and frantically for work, then I have something called the Remote Tasks Club. It's up in the bio, and you can click the link on that. If I remember, I'll put the link in the description as well. I also have a digital abundance challenge right now, which can help you to rewire your brain and thinking to make more money online as a digital business owner. And I also have my scripting worksheets and workbooks in the description as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.